Here we are for a first round of our modern tournament. We are on the draw. They kept 7. Good hand. Have no 1-drop. We have the Vial, but no 1-drop to Vial in with it. So perhaps we can draw into that. Stomping Ground Pass is interesting. It means that he's probably most likely a Valakut the Molten Pinnacle strategy. I don't have that much disruption in this hand. I just have a Thalia, and I guess I do have disruption. I have a good amount of disruption, actually. I don't know why I said I don't. But anyway, I'm just not very fast. I have a lot of disruption, but I don't really have the capability of getting it all into play quickly. So I'm actually going to freebooter here because I think I want to set up protecting my Meddling Mage on Primeval Titan. Thalia is okay, but he's going to have 4 lands at his disposal. So we're in a situation where playing the freebooter, like, the Thalia doesn't actually prevent him from doing that much. Also, he's got the Sakura Tri-Belter, and if I play a Thalia, he can just, on the next turn, block it, sack, and prevent 2 damage, where this is going to be flying. So he's got a Scapeshift, a Summoner's Pact, and a bunch of lands. He actually has a Valakut, which is kind of unfortunate, because he can actually... The worry here is that eventually he can just kill my Meddling Mage and my Freebooter by making land drops. Obviously, we're going to take the Scapeshift. Leave him with Summoner's Pact. I'll leave that up for you guys. And lands. Next turn, I can get the Meddling Mage down on Summoner's Pact before he can make a Titan, which is really nice. So it's just going to be a race. I need to just output as much damage as I can here. He's actually smartly not sacking this, because I guess he figures eventually he'll be able to block. But we're just going to go Mantis Rider, and try to kill him dead. Pretty straightforward here. Gonna save the Meddling Mage because we might get into a situation where he packs for the Titan and then has to pay for the pack the next turn, and then in response to him pacting, we can Vial in the Meddling Mage. That way he has to still pay for the pact on the next turn, but he won't be able to cast the Titan. I'm very nervous here. I need him to not draw a ramp spell. So what? He played a Mountain. So he's got 2 cards, a Summoner's Pact, a Wooded Foothills. He's got 3 cards. Another Valakut. That's actually good for me, because that means he won't be able to... He will not be able to shoot down my Freebooter. And I'm going to keep this on 2, actually. Because my plan is to do what we talked about before and just Vial in. So I'm going to Vial in the Meddling Mage after he's summoning packs for a Titan. So I guess what we do is we draw a card first. Because I could draw into a Thalia's Lieutenant. We drew a Noble Hierarch. Is that better or worse than cracking the other canopy? So let's think about this. I'm going to hit him for 6. He's going to be at 10. And a Thalia's Lieutenant actually... I'm going to Vial this in. So I have 6 damage. He's going to go to 10. I'm going to Meddling Mage on the Summoners, on the Primeval Titan once he pacts for it. And I probably just win, right? Because then on his next turn he has to pay for that pact. And he only has 3 mountains right now, so I'm in no danger of losing my Kitesail Freebooter. But since I have 6, so I'll just show you. To make it a little more visual, we will attack to put him to 10. He might have a Lightning Bolt or something. And so let's, if I, like, I'm going to have 8 power, right? So if I draw into a Thalia's Lieutenant, I just win, where the Noble Hierarch doesn't add any damage, basically. So what I should do is just play the canopy and crack it to draw a card. So he actually could have drawn a Titan. So I think what I'm supposed to do is Vial in the Meddling Mage. No. So I could have maybe waited for the pact, but it was very risky. Because what could happen is he could then just play Mountain or play Fetch Land, get 2 mountains, and blow up 2 things. And he can't actually Summoner's Pact and play Titan this turn because I have the Thalia. So, glad I caught that. I almost missed that. But it's obviously the right play. Now, I need to just draw Thalia's Lieutenant, or Mantis Rider is lethal, or a Phantasmal Image. So, I have a good amount of outs. So, yeah, it's actually definitely right. I didn't think about that. It's definitely right not to play the Noble Hierarch and to just crack the Horizon Canopy, because I'm going to do that anyway, assuming I have lots of outs. Okay, he's going to Summoner's Pact. So I think that, yeah, I was going to say, I think that's just likely to be game, because he can't get a Titan or else he's dead. I'm pretty sure. So he gets to play a Cinderglade. He gets to play another mountain from his hand. So I guess if he has like a Farseek or something, he can actually get a Scapeshift back. Yeah. So, okay, we're in a spot where I need to hit one of my outs, or I'm going to lose. Oh, he's going to kill the Mantis Rider. That's actually a very tight play on his part, because it makes it a lot less likely that he dies. Which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, he's got 2 Valakuts. Okay, so I'm just screwed here. So, I suppose what I could have done... There's no way I could name Wood Elves with this, right? Reflector Mage. Suppose I just lose. Though he has to pay for the pack next turn. So I might be able to kill him, actually, still. Should probably name Illusion, actually. I mean, I have the Ziggurat in my hand, so there's no reason to do that. So we just... There's just no way. I need to draw a Thalia's Lieutenant or a Mantis Rider, I think. And that should kill him. Because he can play a land, kill 2 more of my guys. He's at 6. So I still have the same outs that I had before. Oh, but he's got the Scapeshift in his hand. So I'm just dead, right? Yeah, I'm just dead. Because he still has that Wooded Foothills. So yeah, like I said, that was my biggest worry, was him getting the Valakut online. So I am dead. Which is a shame. But I just wasn't quite fast enough. So I think we want 2 Sin Collectors. And I suppose Restoration Angel is going to be good post-board. Reflector Mage really isn't that good. You don't ever really want to Reflector Mage a Primeval Titan. It just doesn't accomplish enough. Thalia seems great, actually. Even though he's got a lot of basics. I might want this Dark Confidant. It's probably better than Image. Because I just want to be fast. And Image is kind of slow. Though Dark Confidant is a little slow too, but it's the kind of card that can draw me into more disruption. Tough game. I wonder if I messed up. So, like, I vowed in the Meddling Mage. So what I guess I could have done was not vow the Meddling Mage. And then, when he packed, I can name Wood Elves. But these decks don't all play Wood Elves. It actually is crazy, but he just won that game because he had Wood Elves. Which is something that I haven't really seen that often. But once he pays the 1, I know he can't play the Titan. But then it still might not even be right. So I think that we might have played it correctly. I'm not entirely sure that we did, but we might have. Play the champion. Pretty good draw this game. I've got a good amount of disruption with a champion. So 2 Dark Confidants. I think the play is to actually play Thalia in case he's got a Farseek or a Coney Heart Expedition. Dark Confidants are good. Oh. Dark Confidants are good, but they don't necessarily, I have everything I need to disrupt him. Anyway, sorry, I got a phone call. Anyway, what I was saying is that I already actually have a good draw, so I don't necessarily need to draw extras, and I'd rather just prevent him from developing his board a little bit if I can. Okay. We smoosh. That lightning bolt was unfortunate, but he did have to shock himself because he wanted a green source and a red source out of that. So even though we didn't, we don't have a champion just smashing him, we're still kind of putting good pressure on him. Do have the meddling mage, which is kind of interesting because I know that they're citing an anger against me. So it's possible that that's what I'm supposed to try to cut off. But at the same time, if he just plays a ramp spell here, like, he's very close to just playing a Primeval Titan. But if we hit a land off the Dark Confidant, we can play Mage and Image. Okay, we get a freebooter. Interesting. So let's smash. I think we're supposed to play the freebooter just in case he's got an Anger of the Gods. I think it's a little bit better than playing the Meddling Mage because then we get information on the Mage and we can go like Mage Image next turn and really shut him off. And not to mention, like, if I could Mage Anger, then he could just have like Scapeshift or something, and I'd rather actually hit something. Basically, it's almost always right to freebooter first, unless you're just dead otherwise. So he does have the Anger. Uh-oh, this Hour of Promise actually doesn't do anything right. So I believe what we do is we just take the Anger of the Gods, otherwise our entire team's gonna die. He gets the Hour of Promise this turn, but he doesn't he actually might die because he doesn't have, oh, he can't Hour of Promise, costs 5 mana. Oh, he actually drew Sakura Tribe Elder, which prevents him from just being dead, which is a little unfortunate. But I do get to Meddling Mage Scapeshift. So this is another game where, like, just like last game, like, if he would have had a Valakut this game, it would have been really tough. But he does not have a Valakut, of course. I guess we're just going to Meddling Mage the Scapeshift so we don't die and hope he doesn't draw a Lightning Bolt. Though actually, can he afford? He drew this, right? So, oh, sorry, I should show you his hand. So his hand is Hour of Promise and Scapeshift. So even if he draws a Bolt, we're not dead. I actually think that we probably just win unless he draws Anger. And Anger doesn't even kill one of the champions. So I think I don't think he has outs. Oh, okay, he has Anger. He doesn't have like a what is a I don't know what I mean by a normal out, but name Scapeshift. Because he's like Valakut could maybe be an out, but he's actually forced to sack this. He's forced to block with the Sakura Tribe Elder by casting these pre-combat creatures because I have, oh, I only have 9 damage actually. I assumed I had enough. So, if he's smart, but that's just, it shuts off his fetch land, so yeah, he's going to block. But I don't think he has, oh, actually, wait a second. He can Hour of Promise for 2 Valakuts. So, if he draws like a basic mountain, he can destroy 4 permanents. So we have to have him avoid him draw any land, but we might still beat any land because we have Champion's a 4/4. I don't know. We're probably going to lose to any mountain, which is kind of unfortunate. I forgot that because... Oh, no, actually, because I kept getting confused. So he had to actually fetch this or play the land before casting Hour of Promise because I have the Thalia in play. So all that talk, I'm pretty sure he was just dead, unless he drew Anger. But Anger didn't... he wouldn't have had enough mana to Scapeshift afterwards, so he would have just died to my champion. Anyway, all that said, and we got there. So he does have the Anger the Gods. I don't think that really changes much on our end. Don't think I want any of these cards. So we're just going to resubmit and hope for the best. This is the deck that I always seem to lose to. It just seems so good to me. But, like, I guess there's the unknown fail rate that you don't really see. So we can, but on 6, it's definitely going to be a keep. And maybe we can, like, get him to kill our Thalia. Ooh, Basic Forest. Always good to see that. Means that he's one more land off of triggering a Valakut. Though I'm assuming he's probably got a pretty good hand other than the Basic Forest. Otherwise, he'd just maul. So we're starting off a bit behind. So I think I'm just going to freebooter. It sacrifices some damage, but if I play the Thalia, that doesn't cut him. Like, say his hand could just be like one more ramp spell. And this also cuts... If I wait a turn... If I play the Thalia, he gets an opportunity to Summoner's Pact, if he has one. So I think we just go for the freebooter. Interesting. So he's got Omen, Bolt, Hour of Promise. So this is actually going to work out pretty nicely, because he's got the Omen without a Valakut. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Lightning Bolt, and then, assuming he doesn't draw a ramp spell this turn, we can play the Thalia to cut him off Hour of Promise one turn. But maybe I should just take the Hour. No, I need basically what I need to do to win is like draw another freebooter or an image. That way I can get that because once he has this in play, like I'm just gonna die almost every time to a Hour of Promise because he gets 2 Valakuts and 4 triggers or whatever. So I'm actually gonna play the Canopy out because I'm gonna need to sack it. And I'm just going to do this all main phase. Hope for the best. I basically have 2 draw steps to draw into a freebooter or Phantasmal Image, or I'm just dead to the Hour of Promise. I think I should leave it on 2 because... Oh, I have a Sin Collector as well. So I should bump it up to 3, right? Yeah, Sin Collector's an out here. I was going to say I could draw another Canopy, so I want to leave it on 2, but I think 3 is right. Okay, well, we draw. Nope, so we're just dead. Yeah, I mean, if I could have taken the Hour, but then he just gets the Bolt the freebooter. So, good game. Man, I have a really bad habit of losing these first rounds of these leagues.